The ability to speak a new language confidently is a dream for many, a seamless flow of words, rhythm, and expression.
Quick, brown fox jumps.
If that sounds familiar, you're in the perfect place. Welcome to English Fluency Hacks, the podcast dedicated to helping you unlock your speaking potential. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful techniques for improving your accent and fluency, shadowing. But as with any technique, there are common traps that can slow your progress. And to help us illustrate these points, we have a special guest, Mark, who has bravely volunteered to represent the language learner's journey. I'm sure many of you will relate to his experiences.
Hey everyone, I'm happy to be here. I know I make a lot of mistakes, so I'm ready to learn and hopefully help everyone listening avoid the same traps.
Absolutely. So, that little demonstration is a perfect example of our first mistake, pausing too much. You were trying to say every single word perfectly, right?
Yeah, exactly. I get so focused on getting each word right that I lose the entire flow.
And that's the trap. Shadowing isn't about perfection, it's about mimicking the rhythm, the flow, and the melody of the speech. It's about training your mouth to move like a native speaker's. Let me give you a concrete example. Instead of the quick brown fox, I want you to hear how it flows together. Listen closely. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. See how the words connect? There are no gaps. The sentence has a rhythm, a musicality. Your turn, Mark. Try to catch that wave.
Okay, I'll try. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It feels a bit fast, but I can feel the difference. It's like one continuous sound.
Much better. See the difference? It's not about being perfect, it's about capturing the music of the language. It's a warm up for your mouth, not a final performance. And hey, if you're finding this tip helpful, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments what shadowing challenges you face, and we might cover them in a future episode. Great! Now, let's move on to mistake number 2. This one is insidious because you might feel like you're practicing, but you're missing the most important component. I call it silent shadowing. Mark, do you ever find yourself listening to English audio and just mouthing the words or thinking them without making a sound?
Guilty as charged. I do it all the time, especially when I'm trying to multitask, listening to a podcast while commuting or at my desk. I think I'm practicing, but really I'm just passively listening and thinking the words. It feels like practice, but I've noticed it doesn't translate to better speaking.
That's exactly it. And that feeling of practicing is the trap. Let's talk about the why. Speaking a language is a physical skill, just like playing the piano or learning to dance. It requires muscle memory. Your brain might know the word, but your tongue, lips, and jaw need to learn the precise, coordinated movements to produce the sound accurately and quickly. Silent shadowing is like practicing piano in your head. You might learn the notes, but you'll be clumsy when you actually touch the keys. You have to build those neural pathways between your brain and your mouth through real physical practice.
Wow, that's a great way to put it. I never thought of it as a physical workout. My mouth is the gym, and the words are the weights. It makes so much sense now why just thinking the words doesn't work. I'm not doing the reps.
Exactly. Your mouth needs to do the reps. So the hack is non-negotiable. You must speak out loud. Find a private space, go for a walk, or even whisper if you have to. The physical act of articulation is where the magic of shadowing happens. All right, let's tackle our third and possibly the most deceptive mistake, relying on written text, or what I call the transcript trap.
The transcript trap.
Yes, many learners pull up a transcript and essentially just read along with the audio. The problem is, this becomes a reading exercise, not a listening and speaking one. You're using your eyes more than your ears. Let's do a little experiment. I have a sentence here. Written down, it is, "What are you going to do about it?" Mark, could you first read that sentence for us, just as it's written?
Sure. What are you going to do about it? I'm pronouncing every word clearly and separately.
Precisely. The written word is not the spoken word. Trust your ears, not your eyes. Your primary goal is to sound like the speaker, not to read perfectly from a page. Ditch the transcript whenever you can. So let's do a quick, powerful recap. First, ditch the perfectionism and focus on the flow. It's about the music of the language, not just the words. Second, shadowing is a physical sport. Speak out loud, even a whisper, to build that crucial muscle memory. Third, escape the transcript trap. Trust your ears more than your eyes to catch the true rhythm of spoken English. And finally, our bonus tip. Choose shadowing material you genuinely enjoy, that is spoken clearly and that matches your current level. That's how you stay consistent.
My pleasure. I've learned so much today. I feel like I have a much clearer roadmap for my shadowing practice now. It's not just about repeating words, it's about the rhythm, the physical practice, and listening with intent.
That's the spirit. And a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in to English Fluency Hacks today. Remember, the tips we shared are only effective if you put them into practice. Consistency is your greatest ally on this journey. So, your next step is simple. Don't let this momentum fade. We have a library of videos with great shadowing material and more tips waiting for you. Pick one, practice for just 10 minutes a day, and you will see the difference. Keep shadowing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next episode.